What's up YouTube, Chris Gaines here, and today I'm going to show you guys how to render your videos with transparency in both Premiere Pro and After Effects. So let's hop straight into it. Let's say I'm in Premiere editing a project and I want one of my clips to show through to the layer below. There are plenty of ways to do this, such as cropping it, different types of effects, opacity, etc. But in this case, for this example, I'm just going to use a mask. Over my opacity tab, I can choose to create a mask and place it where I want. Drag this out and I can feather it. And now as you can see, we can see through to the blank space below this clip. If I turn on the clip below it, then we should be able to see it in real time. And we have this. The problem is, if I wanted to take this top clip and use it in other projects and I rendered it out normally, it would have black as a background as opposed to transparency or an alpha channel. There is a quite simple way to do this just by changing your rendering settings. So let me show you that real quick. Simply select the portion of your video that you want to render. When you can go to the beginning of it, right click and mark in, go to the end, right click and mark out. Then go to File, Export, Media. What we're going to do is choose AVI as our format. Give it an output name. Make sure you change your video codec to none. Then make sure your basic video settings are exactly the way you want. In this case, I have a 1080p timeline, so I'll keep that, as well as my frame rate. And make sure your pixels are set to square unless you have a specific reason not to do that. And most importantly, select render at maximum depth and turn your depth to 32-bit. This is what will let you have your alpha channel or your transparency in your rendered video. Click export. And when you're done, import it back into your project. Now when I bring my newly exported video into my timeline, it should overlay directly with the video below it. This will work in any project, in any situation where your program can read alpha channels. Now let's hop over to After Effects and I'll show you the same thing. Rendering alpha channels in After Effects can be extremely useful because of the different types of things you might be doing in here, such as creating lower thirds that you want to overlay over all of your videos. But what I'll do is I'll send this to my render queue by selecting this composition, going to File, going to Export, and adding to Render Queue. Now I'm going to go into my render settings, and what I'm going to do is go into my output module, select that, and make sure that my format selected is AVI, and in the video output tab, change channels from RGB to RGB plus alpha. This means again that you will have that transparency channel that you need to overlay your video. Apply any other changes you want to, then hit OK. Select where you want your video to output to. Hit save and click render. Your finished video should overlay perfectly in any project. And that's it. Thanks again so much for watching. I really wanted to help you guys out with this small tip that I actually recently learned because it can be extremely useful where you want to use the same footage over and over again quickly. With that, drop a like and a comment, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos coming very soon. Until then, peace out.